just mic'd up with Mikie Mahtook. Got the boys in. I got Lloyd. We got J. Mitch. We got Jackie Boyd.
He tried to jump up and he might have knocked it in.
Good timing. Let's go. What a start to the Monday. I mean, I'm from Lafayette. My boys will come in and say,
oh, God. So me and Joe on the ground. I got Joe in the headlock. And he's sitting there. He's punching me in the stomach. Like, punching me.
Here, is everyone sitting around? Who here thinks Ochinko can practice today after having 5 full beers? And he goes, Chad Jones, right? Chad's been with the team 6 minutes. For 7 minutes, right? Chad's like, no, man, I don't think Ochinko can practice today. And I was like, I look back and I'm like, Jesus Christ. I saw you there. You were more fucked up than me.
On the Spirit plane had some issues, I think. She was sleep farting.
You heard her or you just thought it was her?
I sat right next to her and I smelled it.
Whoa. What was that?
Time for the show.
You had the circus or
I'm late. Like, I don't even know what I'd be doing.
Now, when you do go to spring training, are you going to bring your chinchilla and your turtle? My dad tell you about it?
The SEC is, God, they hate fat people. I mean, I get crushed for that. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man.
Hey, just the South, bro. You got a bunch of food down here. Like they should.
Players. Look at Lloyd.
You know what, Lloyd?
You're looking for a recruiting coordinator, coach. I'm here.
He's like, I'll piss my pants right now.
No way.
We're wearing gray pants, long gray pants. He goes, I'll piss my pants right now. Hello. Welcome back to Mik'd Up. Today is Friday, December 8th. We have a loosey-goosey Friday packed show. A lot to talk about today. Obviously, it is fun. Fodder. It's a fun Friday. It's a fun Friday.
A fodder Friday.
December is we've had a long fall. A lot of weekends and Fridays full of things to talk about. As you get into December and you start creeping into December and college football starts to go away and college basketball, if your team isn't great in men's college basketball or women's college basketball, luckily for LSU, women's college basketball is very good. Men's college basketball, not very good. But the sports conversation starts to dwindle just a little bit, right? LSU's not in the playoff race. They're not. They're in a bowl game on January 1 in Tampa. But with all of that being said, we are going to have a fun Friday show. It's going to be a sprint. It's going to be a nice, quick show, and that's okay because we don't want to bore you. And we may not have a lot of people listening right here live, but that's okay because we were 21 minutes late because of extenuating circumstances. got a very nice business that we're running here. Not we are. They are. We are very proud to be a part of Cards and Culture, have our show hosted here in Perkins Row. And there's a lot of really good content that comes out of this studio. Valley Vision being one of them. She had a great interview with Anissa Moreau on the basketball court. And so their show went a little longer, which is great for them. And so go check it out, Valley Vision on YouTube. But we're here to talk about really whatever y'all want to talk about. There's a lot of things that are happening. Shohei Ohtani is the biggest free agent maybe in the history of baseball. I mean, I think that's not an aggressive thing to say. He is not going to be able to pitch next year because of Tommy John surgery. But had he not been hurt, even though he got even still with him being hurt, he is probably the top pitcher on the market and top hitter on the market. There we go. That's how I know we're right. We're right
par
there.
for the course.
Right where we need to be. He is rumored to have a decision made. Now, we don't know what decision that is and where he's going to go. It's supposed to be announced sometime today. There's the rumor mill on Twitter is running rampant. Shohei had a stipulation. He did. About, hey, if anything comes out about me signing somewhere, something leaks about meetings that I had. I think this was more about meetings leading up, like in the middle of free.
It wasn't about the decision. It was about who am I meeting with. And
if they leaked, they are out of the contention, which Jared made a great point. If I'm a rival and I hear that he is meeting with them, I am leaking the shit out of that.
I mean, think about it, dude. They're all in Nashville. It's the winter meetings. If I see anybody who I think could possibly be linked to Shohei walking into other team's room, especially my rival in my division, I'm leaking it. I don't care. I'm just going to throw it out there. Why not? Yep, I saw them. They all went in there.
It didn't seem like anybody did that. So Shohei apparently has made his decision. There's a few teams that are in the running. We'll see where he goes. A lot of people are saying Toronto. Some people are saying San Francisco. Some people are saying the Dodgers. There could be a surprise team. Who knows? There's always a surprise team. It always happens. Hopefully it happens while we're on the show. Give us nice little talking points. But if not,
be the White Sox because they're moving to Memphis, Nashville. So that'd be a great little way to get them going.
So
the White Sox.
Reinsdorf had a meeting with the people of Nashville.
Flew his fat ass out to Nashville to bluff him.
Maybe that's the way to say, hey, you know what? Take it, I'm done.
It sounds like to me
I'm
like
done.
that. I don't want to wish that on the man, but
They're
that sounds like a back nine type of move right there.
Back nine, hey, Twilight's coming on 18. We got to hurry up and speed through this last little hole.
Let me go ahead and punt this thing, play some defense.
No
That's
doubt.
what it sounds like.
No doubt. Hopefully Shohei announces it.
Hopefully
I would love a team in Nashville.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that would be great. Nashville, Charlotte, Vegas.
It's just the only reason I'm saying this because I get it. You might want to say, oh, it's the White Sox, it's not the Cubs there, but there's 3 cities in America where it's the media capital of the world when it comes to sports, and it's L.A., Chicago, New York. Those are the 3 that are huge. Doesn't really matter. So it sounds weird that somebody's like, oh, we can move out of this market. Why would you ever want to do that?
No doubt. And I'm sure it's probably his way of trying to leverage something else.
Yeah.
Who knows what's
He
going
wants
on.
a new stadium and he wants the people to build it.
There you go.
If y'all
You're
know
a Cubs
Nashville,
fan, though, so it doesn't matter to you.
I had talent big enough for the both of us.
Doesn't matter to you.
Skedaddle. Skedoot.
Heisman Trophy ceremony tomorrow. Our friend, our quarterback, LSU's quarterback.
My quarterback.
That's my quarterback, man.
Quarterback.
He's there.
He's there serving up some.
Taking a tour. Look, there's a picture that people were kind of going a little crazy about. He was doing interviews.
Livy
Apparently
Dunn?
The lighting was very weird on the picture, and it looked like he did the whole Trey Morgan dye the top part of his head type thing blonde. It was kind of crazy. He did not do that. It was very weird lighting. Crazy how some of that stuff can happen. And the contrast. Are you looking at it?
No, but I'm
It's crazy, dude. It looks it looks real. It looks like he really did do it. He didn't do it. He's there. He is the overwhelming favorite to win the Heisman. I think that is I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but seems like it's a done deal.
Breaking news.
Yeah, right. It took LSU a really long time to have their second Heisman Trophy winner. Now they're going to have 2 in, 5 years?
Yeah.
Pretty
Crazy.
good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So congratulations to Jayden. Congratulations to him.
It does.
Even if he doesn't win it, congratulations to him. He had an unbelievable season. Came out today and said his best award he got all year was having the most votes to become the captain from his team. You know, obviously that is a great thing to say.
There's one show that kept harping about that for like 2 years.
It's crazy.
Weird.
Can be this
Just a
one.
baseball show.
Baseball show.
Just a baseball
Don't
show.
know anything.
Only just a baseball.
Yeah,
show.
only just a
Just
baseball show. That's all we are.
Only lock in during the fall.
I'm glad that
I mean, the
people
spring.
are starting to use
They're
joke with us
picking
about
up.
that.
They're picking
Yes.
up on what we're putting down.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Saturday is not only Heisman Trophy Saturday, it is also the Army-Navy game. Hey, Jack, look at Jack.
My bad.
I don't know if anybody remembers who this guy is.
MIA.
This is Jack Ballard.
I am
Welcome back to the show, Jack. We appreciate you coming back. This is our mouthpiece.
Yes.
This is our mouthpiece.
Twitter
We appreciate
fingers.
you. Twitter fingers.
For all the people, for the same people that think
Just
it's
finish
just a
your
baseball
finals.
show.
Just finish your finals.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're back. How are the finals?
They went.
They went. You got through them.
Yeah, they're done.
I'd imagine
You got to the other
you
side.
passed everything. I'd imagine.
In case
I
his
didn't
parents
pass
are
one
listening,
class.
yeah.
There was one class I got to retake, but that's
Oh, that's okay.
it. It was fluid dynamics.
Fluid.
What?
You passed thermo, but see, fluid and thermo, it's just
Evens
you
and
gotta-
odds.
Yeah, you gotta figure it out.
It's
It's
like
okay.
accounting and accounting and finance.
I don't
Yeah.
think
Seem
it's
like they're the
anywhere
same
close
thing,
to
but they're
accounting and
different.
Finance.
I think econ would be econ and accounting, or econ and finance. Like that's two separate things.
It sounds pretty fluid to me. So
Yeah, it's a
that's
fluid
That's
situation.
really how it goes.
Fluid situation. Welcome back
Thank
to
you.
the show. If you're paying attention to the in-season basketball tournament in the NBA, Pelicans were in the semifinals. They had a nice little.
They showed up.
They
were there.
They were there.
Uh-huh.
They were there.
They were in it. Yeah.
Yeah, they were-
Physically there.
They were in
They
it.
lost by 1,000,000 points. They got LeBron, and LeBron didn't even play the fourth quarter, and they got beat by what was the final? They got beat by 40?
They lost by like close to 50.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lost
yeah.
about 45, I believe.
Yeah, something like that. No, I turned it off, so I didn't get to see the final score because,
Don't quote me
Cody-
on it, but I think it was LeBron's biggest margin of victory in his career too.
that's a long career.
In the
A lot
fast
of games.
Been playing a
It was
long
a
time.
lot of
Fastest
margins, a lot of
season.
victories.
And the
playing a long
fastest he's
time.
ever scored 30 in his
Yeah.
career.
Weird.
So that was kind of a stinker. The Thursday night football game,
Not as bad.
stinker, but like a good stinker. Right?
Shame on us for all thinking that thing was gonna hit the
I knew
low,
it
the
was.
under.
I knew
Shame on us all.
I knew one.
They hit the over before halftime.
I didn't even. Well, here's the deal.
You got that.
Here's the deal. It got zapped, and then Zappy got zapped in the second half and said, hey, we're going to score all of our points in the first half, and then our defense just hold on.
It came back to
Just
life.
hold
Hey,
on.
Listen, I tried to explain this to my wife last night. The two touchdowns he threw, hey, they're all professionals, and I don't know what he disappeared in the second half. But just so happens every now and then professionals could do some stuff where you're like,
Right.
yo, those two throws were as money gets,
No doubt.
and that's what they get paid for.
No doubt. Trubisky was getting booed all game.
Yeah, it was tough.
That was
That's
not
tough.
great.
It's tough to watch.
Trubisky tried to lead the comeback, and then on 4th and 2, you need 2 yards to get the first down to keep the game going. You decided to throw a 50-yard ball.
He also likes to run a little bit too. We didn't think that was a good idea to get the two either.
No.
Let's throw the long ball. Let's try to drop it in the bucket.
Can't
Fade
blame that
route.
one. Can't blame that one on Matt Canada. That's Matt Canada's not there anymore. Matt Canada would have ran a jet sweep though. That would probably may have been the time to do
to
it.
the tight end.
Yeah, that may have been the time to do it. on
They
4th
tried
and
to run
2.
a jet sweep pass with the tight end to another tight end last night. They did a lot. It was
Well, I mean, jet sweep pass, I get it. It's not as bad as a jet
with
sweep
the
pass.
tight end throwing
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
to another tight.
Yeah. That's not as bad as a jet sweep pass, screen pass thing that the Bengals tried to do, and then Tyler Boyd threw the interception to the defensive end.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage. Like, that
In the
one
middle
was
of the
tough.
field, in
Yeah.
between the numbers.
That one was a tough. That was a tough one.
Y'all keep hating on the jet sweep, but give it to Stephon Sullivan at the goal line on 4th down against Auburn and see
Listen
what happens.
to me. I don't. It's not that I'm shitting on the jet sweep. I think the jet sweep's a great play when
I don't.
called at
50
the
times
right
a
time.
game.
When it is the
Basis of your
know what
offense.
jet
yeah.
sweep-
Whenever
you know
you're
what jet
right,
sweep
we're
I
a
hate
jet
seeing?
sweep team. That is not good.
You know what jet sweep I hate seeing? I don't mind kind of seeing like the pop pass jet sweep. I really hate the under center reverse out turnaround handoff jet sweep.
Matt
I'm
Canada's
like,
not
bro,
for
I
you.
feel like I'm watching Acadiana High School back
Yeah,
in
yeah.
2005
Yeah,
all over again. I'm
doubt.
so tired of seeing
No
that.
doubt. That stuff don't love.
Staple of their offense.
Huh?
Build the whole thing around it.
Yeah, like look, some people are a power team, some people are a stretch zone, some people is an outside inside zone. All this, when you're a jet sweep
Team?
team,
The
not
only one.
in the NFL, like you're a jet sweep team in the NFL when defensive ends are running 4-4s. Boy, you are probably not gonna have a lot of success.
Calls it the fly offense.
Yeah, well, fly
Away.
I like to fly that way and not that way
Fly into the abyss.
Yeah, fly. He flew
Bring
away.
us a millennium.
Yeah, I want you to guard all 52 of these.
Saints have a
yards.
must-win game this Sunday. You know,
Kinda want 'em to lose.
it's hard for me to keep talking about it, but like at the end of the day, they are right there to win the division, to make the playoffs, host a playoff game in the Superdome. Now the Boo Birds are starting to come out in New Orleans, which is not great. Looks like Dennis Allen is, hey, I think you're safe. I don't know how much. How
It's
safe
slipping
you are
now,
anymore.
yeah.
I think that that pole that you slide down with, like the fucking fireman pole, is
The Zion
full of
Williamson
grease.
poll.
For a
full of
while
grease.
it
Yeah,
was.
Zion stripper pole.
Yeah.
For a while, it was looking like just the understudies. Now it's looking like, hey, we might need to gut this whole thing right now. That's what it's looking like.
And that may be an aggressive take, but a lot of people feel that way. I don't know if the Saints, if the staff or the upper management is going to do that. That is they're going to have a lot. And then here's the other question: do you say, well, you never want someone to lose? We've talked about this. Never want anybody to tank because you have a chance to win. You don't ever want to be at the bottom, but you have the man from down I-10, which I know Saints don't like to draft a ton of LSU guys
Or
Or quarterbacks. They haven't drafted a quarterback in the first round since
Archie.
which is a long time ago. Do you say that, we can draft Jayden?
That
If you have the opportunity to draft Jayden and you don't draft Jayden, boy, you better hope the person you draft is an all-pro.
Well, I can tell you what, that conversation will never be brought up as long as Derek Carr is on the roster right
I know.
So
You can get away from it after.
What is the guaranteed or what's the dead money? Like what is the, you know what I mean? Like what is, I don't know.
I think the cap hit is
details.
like near like 50 million, maybe even more.
But like
It's a lot.
my point is, so he's here this year and he plays next year. What is the cap hit after next year? Like if they draft Jayden and say, okay, you're gonna sit for 1 year and then play after. Like what is the cap? I don't know. I don't know any of that.
It's high. Like it's really high.
Yeah.
They're already paying him a lot, and I know the cap hit would be extra high too. So I don't
But when does that go away? Is my question.
know.
You know, because at some point the guaranteed money goes away.
Yeah, but we've also talked about how they've kind of structured everything to being a good ball club, right? Like they need to be a club that is people believe in because
Right.
they need the cash, right? So like I don't think we're drafting someone in the first round to say, hey, we need you to sit for a couple years.
No, right, I agree. But I just didn't know, like maybe if it's hey 2 years of guaranteed and the third year is like $10 million of dead cap money.
Oh,
or
I
whatever it is.
don't think it's anywhere close
I don't
to
know
that.
the thing.
I don't know for sure, but I don't think it's anywhere close to that.
You'd have to go, I guess, just look it up. I'm not in that. I'm not a GM, so I don't have to deal with it. But
I mean, I have it right here. y'all know contracts better than I. So if you
okay,
want-
read it out to me. I just don't know how it's structured. Do they have like the fine print of it?
they have just the cap hits for Derek Carr. Let me know if you can see it.
There we go.
And so this is 2023. Obviously, that's where it
So
starts.
dead money cap. Wow. Okay. So first 2 years, obviously the most, and then after that, 17, 11, and 5. So yeah. So even if you get rid of them after the second year, you don't want to be the quarterback. You have 17, 11. So yeah, that's $30-something million.
You save $28 million on the cap, and the guaranteed money goes to zero. So that would be the time to get rid of them. Would be after 2024, which
Right.
is next year. You give Jayden Daniels a year.
Oh, so the cap money's on the right of this.
Yeah, it's the cap number. Oh,
That's all, the cap number, huh?
and then this is your cap savings on the right. This is the cap. Like this would be your dead money cap savings. So that's what a lot of people have been saying. Even whether it be Nick Underhill, Brooke, we talked to her today, and she was saying there's a window that after 2024, the contract to cut him isn't that bad.
Right. That's what I was saying.
So it would be 1 year, and you wouldn't.
That's what I was saying. Okay.
Because I agree with you. There's going to be a contingency of people, whether it be Jayden Daniels or whomever. If you're in that top 5 range or top
10.
yes, like where there's a quarterback.
Saints aren't going to trade up to get a quarterback.
No,
That's not going to happen.
But if there's one that falls in your lap because you keep stinking, and if it, like I said, it could be Jayden Daniels or anybody, but it does not help the Saints' case to not take a quarterback when you have a Heisman winner, like you said.
Well, here's my
45
question.
minutes down the road, and your quarterback stinks.
Here's my question. So you drafted Haener in the 3rd or 4th round last year, right? I'm not saying he's not bad or good
Drew
or bad.
Brees
whatever.
2.0.
Right. Like, I think honestly, I was a fan of him before they drafted him. Like I thought he could be pretty decent quarterback. I don't know how good he can be or how good he is right now, but if you lose this game to a 1-9 or 1-10, whatever Panthers team, do you say, hey, Derek Carr, let's fix the head, all the injuries, you're done for the year. Like you're healthy. Jameis, sorry buddy. Hey Haener, you're the starter. You just throw him in there and say, "Show me what you got."
Show me
kid."
what you got. It's a
That could possibly happen for this year. I guess my whole mindset on the reason why I don't think that they're gonna be in on Jayden is because just think of it like when you're sitting here betting, and any amount of money that you feel is high enough for a bet, are you shit canning it right after a year? No. When you got $50 million on the cap, you're not like, yeah, let's just get rid of this and let's make sure we get him out of here. Like, people try to see that through, especially on something like Derek Carr, who's been a proven quarterback for a long time in the league.
Look, I'm still in the camp my
under the
opinion,
influence of.
My opinion of this is, I don't think he stinks. This year he has not been great. Like, don't get me wrong, he has not been good this year. I don't think he stinks. Do I think he's elite? No. But do I think that if you had an offensive coordinator who wasn't stuck in 1999,
Matt Canada's out there.
No. If you didn't have an offensive coordinator, an offensive scheme that wasn't stuck in a time that wasn't innovative, right? Like, he just feels like he just refuses to be, or just may not be competent enough to do that.
He's running the same offense that they installed when Sean Payton and Drew Brees got here with the same hand signals. Like, he hasn't changed anything.
Right. So,
and he doesn't know how to call the plays in the same way that Sean
Right.
Payton did.
There's nothing really wrong with that. I just don't think he's that good of an actual play caller.
Right, or design. Like,
Right.
hey, let me design this guy's open. Like, he's not, right? So, if you bring somebody there and you have an offensive coordinator who understands that, I believe Derek Carr can be good. I really do. I don't think that he's ever going to be, this guy's the best quarterback in the league.
What a leap.
But he can be a top 15 quarterback in the league, which top 15 quarterbacks in the league with a really good defense and other skill position. Maybe a top 10. Maybe his ceiling is a top 10 quarterback in the league. But without that help, he's not going to be that. He's not a guy who's going to take an offense from being bad. He's not going to be Joe Burrow. He's not going to go to the Bengals and them have a very bad offense, and the next year they make it Super Bowl. Like, he's not that guy. So I don't know. It's just they put themselves in a big pickle. We'll see how they get out of this.
Because this conversation could even extend to, first of all, if the Saints lose Sunday.
If they lose Sunday, there will be nobody in the Superdome. Your tickets, Jack, that y'all are trying to worry, y'all got them on Sunday, right?
Wait, what?
That y'all going this Sunday?
Yeah, we went. We got them yesterday for like 20 apiece.
So y'all go to this Sunday. If they lose, you'd be giving away tickets.
I tell you what, if they lose, you could probably be a guest captain next week.
Yeah, you could actually do the who dat chant.
Yeah, you might.
You may be the only one in there doing it, but you could do it.
You might be the one on the field doing it at that point. That might happen.
They're gonna have to pipe in crowd noise for
the old Falcons trick.
Yeah, but at home.
Yes,
not good.
It just feels like, for as much as like LSU fans wanted to revolt and get Matt House fired, like, it didn't feel like their voices were heard as much as they wanted to be. For the Saints fan base, it feels like they're very much influencing, like, or could have the power to influence.
Yeah, I think it's getting loud. I think it's like legit getting loud.
It's been longer.
Like the Matt House conversation got loud, but it wasn't. I don't think it was fair and very earned, especially after the year he just came off of. This one's getting loud. Like, real quick too.
Carmichael's like the kid in the group project that got an A and didn't do anything, and now he's like stuck on his own.
Yeah. Now he actually got a job from it, and he's like, I don't know how to do it.
He must be very like professor-like in his organizational skills. He must have been Sean's assistant.
He fooled somebody.
Assistant. Hey, you go and do this. You go and do that. Maybe he was very good at structuring like the play call sheet for Sean. And then Sean was able, like, maybe he did something that like organized Sean's day, right? Hey, okay, I like you. We're friends. We're gonna keep you around.
Maybe that's why Sean was. Maybe that's why they didn't give up so much in that trade, and they were so cool about it. And Sean was like, "Oh yeah," because what's gonna happen is when I leave there, it ain't gonna look that good anyway. You'll be like, "Damn, I wish we would have had him back still." No big deal. I'll go over here and figure this thing out.
I think they always wanted him back. He just didn't want to come back.
No, my point is, but when they made the trade, it seemed like, oh well, we didn't have to give up too much over there. He's probably like, yeah, I don't care. Just give me something. I know how it's going to look over here after when I leave. I'm going to be going. I'll go do my thing over here. No big deal. I'll have two fan bases possibly loving me at this point.
And if that should have been part of the writing on the wall, too, when Sean Payton was like, y'all can keep Pete Carmichael. Like, I don't need my offensive coordinator.
Yeah, he took everybody else that he wanted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it went down to LSU to get Jamar Cain. Like, he was looking for assistants, and there's one that's an office away. He's like,
nope, you can have him.
Wait, Pete?
Good luck. Buddy. You're welcome.
Give you that Excel sheet.
Let's go out for dinner when I come back, though, huh?
Tough. But we'll see. They have to win Sunday. They win Sunday. Now, here's the deal. They win Sunday, and then they win next
You win
week.
the division.
They have a chance. The LSU, like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day in Tampa could be a very Louisiana sports fans' dream, because you got Saints playing against Tampa Bay on New Year's Eve, right, with a chance probably to win the division. Like if they do the things they need to do, they have a chance to win the division against the Bucs on New Year's Eve. Then you play the next day. You stay over, and you're a little hungover, and then you go watch LSU play Wisconsin, which I know it doesn't seem fun, but New Year's Eve, Tampa's a great place. New Year's Eve's a very good spot to enjoy New Year's Eve. Watch a football game on New Year's Eve, have fun, and then go watch another football game, watch LSU win, and then go watch Malik Neighbors set the all-time receiving yards record in the bowl game.
You might even be able to pop down an hour and go and check out Disney while you're at it, too.
Yeah.
Nice little trip.
Yeah, because here's the deal. New Year's Eve is what, a Sunday and Monday?
That's a good question.
I believe it is. Maybe not.
Yeah, Sunday, Monday.
Sunday, Monday. So you leave on Friday, okay? You get there on Friday, and you say, okay, well, I have Friday, Saturday to do whatever I want. Pop on down to Disney World, go to the theme parks, bring the children if you want, and then
A nice little warm Christmas.
yeah.
And the
Christmas
games
in
are in the
July.
same stadium. I just looked it up.
They
to
are.
confirm. They're in
And
there.
they are. Look, they should have a special. You know what they should do? They should say, hey, for for Louisiana fans that want to watch both games, you can buy these package and you can sleep in the suites or something. Like an overnight sleepover.
We'll do a
at
tents on the
stadium.
field. We'll put a
Tents on the
movie
field.
on.
Like they do at the minor league baseball stadiums. They have a promotional thing where you can camp out with your family on tents in the outfield of baseball stadium.
Nice little
And watch
Tom
Field
and
of
Jerry
Dreams
just
on
running
Sunday.
around on the screen
Yeah.
all night, you know.
Yeah.
A family affair.
Yep. Maybe that could happen. In other LSU football news, they got a commitment from four-star defensive lineman Gabe Reliford from Shreveport. Was an A&M commit. Decided to say, I don't want to go there anymore. I'm coming to LSU, which is a great pickup for LSU. Our guy, Keelan Moses?
Keelan Moses. Yeah.
Keelan Moses, right? Keelan Moses.
Head recruiter.
Apparently. He says, when he's committed, he said, I'm bringing everybody with us. We're going to have the best recruiting class in the country. And then this guy, Gabriel Reliford, commits, flips his commitment, and Keelan Moses quote tweets it and says, wait until you see what else is coming. And I'm like, okay. Now, he's not the first recruiter that's ever done that. A lot of them like to do that. But portal and coaching changes, maybe they're out there. We'll see. Maybe it could be a fun, the next 2 weeks could get a little interesting.
And in typical LSU fashion, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I mean, they have a good shot to have the number one quarterback, number one running back, and the number one receiver in the same class.
Who's the number one receiver?
The guy from Duncanville that's already committed.
DK Moore.
Oh, yeah. And then that defensive end from Duncanville, he's going to stay at Texas,
Colin
right?
Simmons.
Yeah, he ain't flipping.
No. This is all, and then, then you would
But
get.
the guy from Acadiana potentially.
That would be for this year's class.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh, this is all for 2020.
2025. Yeah.
You're talking about 2025.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
Duncanville
Harlan-
receiver, Harlan Berry, and then
Bryce Underwood.
Yeah.
I don't know if Keelan Moses can take credit for those three.
No. I think he's mostly talking about this class,
Yeah,
right?
and I would, if you're reading between the lines, I'd imagine he's talking about the Acadiana fellow that's also committed to A&M. But A&M also had an offensive lineman that just hit the portal, not recruiting, portal now, that LSU has made contact with, five-star
True
offensive
freshman
lineman.
All-American.
Yes.
You bring him over, right? You bring that means you have a full offensive line of 5 stars.
Yep.
That's pretty good. Nussmeier may have some time next
Might
year.
not have to run.
Yeah, hey, we're scared. We don't run out the pocket. Well, I got 7 seconds to
time
play.
back here,
Hey,
Coach.
You just keep going. I'll get it to you somehow.
Oh, that arm can do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it to you.
That arm
just
can definitely
just
do it.
keep me upright, and you just go and you go do what you gotta do. Get open. I'll throw it to you. Just catch it.
He's mobile enough to create some time, too.
No, listen. He's gonna do. I think he's mobile enough to do kind of what Joe did. I think Joe's more athletic than him, like faster and can run. But he's gonna be able to gain a few yards. Like if it's 3rd and 3, he can gain 5 yards on.
I don't need him to run. I just need him to be able to move around enough.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he can do. So I'm not worried about that. Obviously, I think they're gonna go out and get a quarterback transfer. to have as a backup and have as a
Competition.
just in case. Yeah, just kind of like what Ole Miss did. A lot of those types of guys, which I think is important.
It's almost like we had one of the Ole Miss guys that is part of their competition.
Boy, is he getting cuckolded.
Yeah, that's he'd have been in the same situation here.
Yeah.
He'd have been in the same situation, so whatever. But that's tough. I thought Dart was either going to transfer or go to the draft, and he didn't either.
Sometimes it's not greener.
But it's the same color over there because grass was here.
But is it though? Like, do you see that offense like legit with the potential to put up the quarterback numbers that the offense is put up over here?
No. I mean, like,
Those matter.
After this year, like, no. But you do have an offense up there that you are going to be able to put up some yards. Like Lane Kiffin's going to put an offense for him that he can run, throw, and do the whole deal. But the problem is, now you went there thinking you were going to be the backup or now the starter this year. You're not going to be it.
Yeah.
If you stayed here,
Yeah.
you still wouldn't have been the starter this year,
Yeah.
and maybe not the year after either,
Yeah.
if depending on what Nuss does, because Nuss got 2 years of eligibility left.
I guess that was my point of it too. Is the Jackson Dart's been there. He's stayed there for 2 years. He's played well there for 2 years.
Right.
And guess what? He's coming back for another one
Right.
because he isn't a high enough draft prospect.
Right.
So is that the offense? Is that because he's not a good enough player,
Right.
or is
Or
that
is it the
offense capped for that position?
Right. I think it's
Maybe a little bit.
maybe
My
a
point
little
is, you
bit.
watch what happened here, and it's like, maybe the grass was greener here.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right. But then he had to play. So like, hey, am I not going to wait till my senior year to play?
Right.
Because that was the other thing. So who knows? But what?
I think you bring up a good point about. I think people are kind of doing what they did with Jayden Daniels last year, where it's like you got 1 year, then you expect him. I don't know. It just felt like he was
2
only
years.
going to play for
I
1
think
year.
I think you're getting us for 2 years.
And that's what, after what you just saw, with Jayden Daniels coming back for a second year, getting
Fifth
a
year
full
senior.
year of reps, there's no reason. I mean,
I can't believe
Well,
y'all
also
keep pushing
now-
that narrative. There's no way in hell y'all thought Jayden was going to be here for 1 year.
No, I didn't.
I know you didn't, but like,
they're just.
people, like outside narrative.
that's crazy that people thought that.
Well,
Yeah,
so I think you get Nuss for 2 years now because now you're looking at how many quarterbacks stayed from this class that are next year, like
Here's-
Shedeur Sanders, Jackson Dart,
Well,
Quinn
here's
Ewers.
a really good. I heard this the other day. NFL scouts,
The water cooler?
not the water cooler. Actually, it was a reputable. Actually, I think it was on the McAfee show. So I give him a shout out for that.
Yeah, he needs it.
NFL, he doesn't need more help. NFL scouts, like the number of starts that they like to have from a starting quarterback in the draft is 25.
Yeah.
If a quarterback has 25 starts under their belt, they feel like they have a nice sample size on what they've done, how they've developed, and all these types of things. So Nuss plays. He doesn't have a start.
Yeah.
Right? So Nuss plays next year and stays another year this year. That's when
They,
he may have one start going into next year.
They came out. I mean, they really started talking about it. I know everybody remembers this name, but Mark Sanchez, right? 1 year at USC, becomes the 6th overall pick that year, I think, or whatever. But that was kind of the first time they started really highlighting guys that come out after only 1 year starting in college. They very rarely hit once they get to the league. So
Right.
yeah, to that 25 games, that tells you that right there.
Right. So that's another thing to keep in mind, right? Like if he's coming here playing for a year, he has a good year starting. Yeah, he could go and maybe he gets a lot of helium, but for his development, staying for 2 years could be beneficial. And now you're seeing a lot of these quarterbacks that are older in the NFL go and look, they're going to start you right away. So there's no waiting.
But it's not even waiting. Like, there's no reason to rush out unless you're a
Right.
top 3 to 5 guy, because it's, hey, if I the way it is now, if I don't hit when I get there or look like I'm hitting when I'm getting there,
And listen,
it's not good.
I don't think you have to worry about Nuss Nuss is bought in LSU. He's proven that. Like, he has said, I'm not transferring. This is where I want to be. This is my dream school. I'm going to go out here. I'm going to play well. He comes out here and he does play well. I can see him staying for 2 years. If he comes out here and he doesn't play great, then, obviously there's going to be conversation about, because look, they say, oh, what about Colin Hurley? And then all these guys coming in like, yeah. Hurley's 7. He's a junior.
Yeah.
So they want to redshirt him.
Yeah.
Like, they want to give him time to develop,
Yeah.
right? And then behind him, you have the number 1 quarterback in the country potentially signing here. Hurley may even play over here. He might even see the field because of the guy coming behind him. So you can't worry about that. You got to worry about what you got here.
And not just that, too. Like, if you think about Nuss, like, going into next year, name me a spot somewhere, anywhere in the country where you basically didn't start and you have to go on an absolute rocket ship of the 12 to 14 game span to go from really not on the radar to being a draft guy to being so high to where it doesn't make sense to come back to another one to improve that draft stock.
Right.
So, like, what he would have to do next year, literally, if you ask me, you're literally looking at probably LSU in the semifinals or better next year. And it would have to be solely because of quarterback play.
Right.
Solely. A lot because of quarterback play to where you're like, hey, he's the reason. Or else, like, yeah, he's got probably 2 years here.
Yeah.
Or if it completely ain't that, then you're looking at a situation you don't really want it to be.
There's the rarest of scenarios would be he balls out to the point where it's like I have to go pro.
But that's my point.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
think about that,
you,
actually.
yeah.
Like, I'm not saying he can't. It's just that is so rare for it to happen.
I mean, you're going to have yours is coming back, I'd imagine, right? Didn't he announce he's coming back?
Most likely.
Who?
Quinn Ewers?
I don't think they had.
Yes.
I don't think
He announced, or did he say?
It's been rumored. It hasn't been. I don't think it's been announced yet.
So he's like, the draft class this year is better than the draft class next year.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, Quinn Ewers can come back. You'd imagine him coming back. He's probably going to be the number 1 overall pick or the top quarterback on the board.
Him or Sanders,
at least
probably,
going
if he
into,
doesn't. If he doesn't go, yeah.
Yeah, like them two coming back, that would be it. But then outside of that, like, you know, you have a lot of guys that are going to be trying to jockey for that position.
I would imagine with the Riley Leonard kid too. That was at
yeah.
Duke.
It's to me. I
wherever
think
he
he's
goes.
good.
Yeah.
They
They put him in the conversation. I'm saying one
right,
more year
right.
somewhere else. We don't know.
Right,
I know
right,
they're gonna throw him. They're gonna throw him right back in that conversation. So we'll
for
see.
sure. So you know, him coming like Nuss having that year and playing really well. Maybe he is in that conversation, or maybe he says, you know what, I'm gonna wait one more, and there's really no draft class. All these other guys are gone. I really.
But I think that goes to what you said. Like, for 1 year of being a starter, you can't like be in the conversation to leave. Like, you got to be like, hey, no, he's the dude. Not I won't say the dude, but like he's bottom. He's third at worst, if not that. Like, or else it's like
Top 5 pick.
Then you come back because it doesn't make any sense for you to just be, oh shit, I just slipped to the middle of the second round. Why? Like, why would I put myself in that situation?
Right.
So yeah, I think you got 2 with
You
this.
think ETN from Florida?
That's gonna be an interesting
I know.
game to watch.
Like, but do you think that like is that somebody LSU wants to go after? You imagine? I mean,
From what I've heard, and this is from Shea Dixon, he's written about it. Like it's not.
I thought you were like
No,
trying to keep it a
wow,
secret. Like
boy,
it's from
that's-
Shea Dixon.
No,
That's not it.
He wrote
Okay.
it. Yeah, he just
All
wrote
right.
it down. So
Okay, yeah.
he wrote
Don't
it
tell
down,
Lloyd
passed
your
it to
secrets,
me.
'cause
It's not my fault. It's Shay's fault if you get mad.
Don't tell Lloyd your secrets. They're coming out.
No, it's on 3, Bengal Tiger. But what subscribe? What he said is they're more focused on bringing back Williams he has a COVID year, so he could come back for another year and then run it back with Williams, Caleb Jackson. Caden Durham gets thrown into that mix as a freshman, but
Is Diggs a senior or Diggs a junior?
Diggs can come back as well, but
That room's full, coach.
yeah, and there's
That's
a lot.
what I mean. That's my question.
I think they're more
And here's the deal.
inclined to think that
Also,
Josh
I think
Williams will
ETN's going to end
stay,
up at Georgia. I
You
think
think?
that's the favorite right now.
and the ATN family still has a bone to pick with
Yeah,
LSU.
but here's my question. Caleb Jackson's a monster. I think he's going to be a monster. Everybody forgot about Trey Holly, right? All of a sudden, Trey Holly has a few touches, and you're like,
Oh, that's why
Holy
he's the
shit,
leading
like-
rusher in LSU and Louisiana history.
this guy, like, he's smaller, but this guy is,
gas.
yeah. And so, like, to me, when we talk about Etienne, he kind of has those same characteristics. Etienne's maybe a little bit bigger, but, like, the speed, the quickness, to being able to, like, utilize him in a different way than the other running back. Like, he does something that other running backs aren't.
He's versatile.
Yeah, the guys that we don't have
Agile.
on our thing.
Hostile.
Mobile.
With his pain, French bread.
But it's like, I mean, I don't know if he's going to transfer or not, but, like, he hadn't put his name in the portal, yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that would be remiss to think that they're bringing in a portal running back if they get
They
Josh
don't
Williams
need running
back
backs.
or Diggs back.
Yeah. So, like, I would imagine Diggs comes back. Where's he going to go? The draft? Like, I don't think,
That's I don't know. But
like, the
I
running
think,
back
I think his
position-
injury hurt his draft stock. I don't think he played it.
Well, that's my point, though. Is like, why would you?
But not even that. After the year that he's put up, there's just no way you're going to tell me that he'll walk into an exit meeting with Brian Kelly and he's like, yeah, I don't know if we have any room for you in the rotation.
Right.
Or if he even thinks I'm on the outside looking
Right.
into the rotation. Like, it's easy.
I mean, a combination of Caleb Jackson, Diggs, and Josh Williams is pretty good, right? Now, I know why they want Josh back. One, because He's a great guy to have on the team. 2, because he does everything that you want a running back to do. He's going to pass protect. He's a fucking what he did against was it A&M?
It was Florida.
No, it was Florida. What he did against Florida and like those guys and how he was just being the smallest guy on the field, but also the most physical guy on the field.
Low man wins.
No doubt, right? Like you know why they want him on the team, but I wouldn't be shocked if Brian Kelly said, you know what? If you come back, we don't really need the other guys. We don't need Logan Diggs back. We don't need these guys back. We need you. Caleb Jackson is obviously a monster. We like Trey Holly, what he did, and we're bringing in Caden Durham. We have 4 guys. I don't
think he's going to tell Logan Diggs.
I know. But it may not be hey, we don't need you back. It may be.
Yeah, then there's probably a world where Logan Diggs feels like he doesn't want to split a backfield the way that he kind of took over the running back.
Yeah, but they got hurt.
Right, and then he saw the lion's share of the carries kind of get split up a little bit. But I think he probably sees a better opportunity from what he put on tape to go to the draft and make a team.
And
if your carries continue to get taken away from you, a second-year Caleb Jackson,
right?
You bring in Caden Durham, who they really like and probably want to get involved in some way. And if Josh Williams comes back, he's like, he's only one ball.
Well, the other conversation is, at running back position is outside of probably, and that may be the most the lowest longevity position.
Yeah, it's so great.
Right.
It's so great you're saying this.
On the field, right? So another conversation would be, hey, I've got 4 years under my belt in college football. I don't need any more wear and tear. Let me just go to the NFL, get drafted late, or NFL has proven and shown running backs, hey, if you're good, you may not get drafted, or you may get drafted late. You're going to get an opportunity to play, right?
Not just that, too. Like, if you have 1 year under your belt and you show out and you ball that year, they're not afraid to draft you in higher spots and stuff like that.
Right.
Like, you think – we can even go back to a guy like Steven Ridley. Like, Steven, 1 year playing here, and he's a third-round pick. Great player. Did well while he was here. Great NFL career, right? But that's a position where it almost kind of helps you a little bit to be able to save some tread on the tires, to not just completely burn it out here, and then you get to the league and
he may be over college and maybe want to go, but it's not. What was that?
Nothing. It wasn't for me.
Oh, damn. Oh yeah, like breaking news.
I know, me too.
So I wouldn't be shocked if he did that, if that happened. But the running back position is a position that we don't really need to go out and get anybody, unless Reggie Bush is on the portal, and that ain't happening. So,
yeah,
speaking of Reggie Bush.
Yes, back-to-back years with over 100 carries for Logan Diggs. So I could see where he kind of okay, that was good. I put out a big enough sample size.
Yeah. Reggie Bush is getting inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. No Heisman, though. They're still not giving the Heisman.
I didn't play. Thought he didn't exist.
It didn't happen.
Who won it that year? I don't know, dude. I don't remember any of those plays.
He didn't play. His stats didn't count. But he's going to get inducted into the Hall of Fame.
What a backwards ass.
It's unbelievable.
Sorry. You would come to the Hall of Fame? I wish he would tell him no. He should be like, I'm good.
Can I get my Heisman back?
Yeah.
Thought I didn't have any stats.
Saints wide receiver Chris Olave has the flu, if you're wondering.
I can't wait to watch that football game.
That just popped up on my Twitter feed.
I absolutely can't wait
to
drive
have the flu?
to New Orleans and watch that.
He says he has the flu.
Does he?
Chris Olave has the flu. He has stayed at home this week to prevent it spreading to the rest of the team. He'll be back in the building later today to meet with team doctors.
That means he'll play on Sunday. They don't want the whole building to get infected.
Boy, I tell you what.
Infected.
I tell you what. Going to the humidity of Tampa. Or he's not going to Tampa. He's at home. I'm an idiot.
You're looking ahead.
I'm looking ahead. Can't look ahead.
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody who wants to be in Tampa.
I want to be there
on the first.
I want to be there.
Like he's gonna go.
I'm not gonna be there.
See you in Tampa.
I'm not gonna be there. I would love to be there, but I'm not gonna be there. Y'all got any plans this weekend?
No, finally. I've got a slew of.
I got my mom's side of the family's Christmas this weekend in Baton Rouge, though, which is awesome because the food's gonna be smacking.
Do y'all go heritage food? Is that the right way to say that?
We do. We do love. We have some Lebanese food. Yeah. We have some Lebanese food. We also do shish kebabs. We do chicken kebabs. We do a lot. We have a lot. It's an all day affair on Saturday.
Kibby?
We get there. Oh yeah. We get there at noonish,
Where y'all doing
And
it at y'all house?
No, I'm my house. My aunt's house.
I'm gonna drive by. Send me a plate.
Yeah.
They
It's
go
a good
do it up.
spot. Brand new house. Great spot. They'd welcome you with open arms. My family loves you know that. You can walk in
I'm
anytime
gonna
you want.
slide by.
My family asked me, "Hey, where's Jared?" More times they ask me, "Where's me?" Well, okay. You know, we got that this weekend, so that'll be good.
Oh yeah, we're doing
It's
the Christmas
party.
tree.
Company Christmas party season.
Oh,
You know, I don't have Allie's company has her party
you going?
tonight. Yeah, we're gonna drive to Covington tonight.
You look so happy about this.
Oh, it's good. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good dinner.
The straightest
are y'all
face you've given all
staying?
day.
Are y'all staying
Nope,
there?
coming back. Coming back, coach.
Little sprint down and back.
Because I was gonna say, I mean, this
We got a
would be
dog, Kobe. You know.
Yeah, that's right.
Kobe needs us.
It'd be an excellent opportunity to just get absolutely blitzed and meet.
Can't
all
have
your
Lloyd in my
coworkers.
bed again. So.
Yeah.
So you can't have Lloyd the house sick because Lloyd sleeps in your bed. Doesn't sleep. There's guest rooms. Doesn't sleep in the guest room. Sleeps in the master.
I couldn't figure out the TV. Figured it out in your bedroom though. Me and Cobes. He wanted to be in there.
Lloyd told me he slept naked in your bed too.
I'm sure.
By the way. So just letting you
I
know.
had a couple people over.
That's what he told me.
Big party.
Big party. Found the liquor.
First thing.
Yeah.
Within 5 minutes.
Are y'all? I'm not gonna ask Lloyd this because Lloyd's like has zero
Filter.
soul. Like he doesn't really like
Filter.
things don't really like
Resonate.
move the needle for him. Army Navy game to me is like on a bucket list thing. Like I would love
To go to it?
Yeah,
I'd like to go to it. I mean, I'd like to go.
I think it'd be really cool.
I'd like to check it
You
out.
could care less.
I mean, 3 hours of just terrible football. It's not even about like.
Lloyd, you wouldn't even be on this earth if you were at that game anyway. So it's not like you would really be watching the game anyway.
I don't think they do anything. What do they? You probably get in trouble.
It's the festivities. Of
It's it's everything around it. It's like the
pageantry.
the pageantry. Bill Belichick's a guest picker this weekend, which that should be awesome. What is that? What are you googling?
I would like to go to
They-
the game though with my dad because he was in the army.
See?
So he'd be
Yeah, there
cool.
you
See
go.
that? Yeah. Otherwise, you're stealing valor if you just go and you have.
No,
no
you're
ties
not.
to
You're
it.
you're respecting the valor.
They should have gotten Sean McDermott to be guest picker.
Mention 9/11 again.
That's so ridiculous.
I mean,
I'm just passing on the news.
you are.
I didn't say it.
That was actually a reply under the tweet about Dennis Allen using horse racing as motivation. They were like, at least it's not 9/11.
What are we doing with the horse racing?
I don't know. I'm confused.
Because
How did he?
Seabiscuit. You know Seabiscuit had to come back and all.
Yeah, but like, what is
Yeah.
he?
Because if it's
This isn't a 12-year-old team.
if you're referring to injuries, like what you do with a horse when it gets hurt is you
Put out the
shoot it
pasture.
in the head.
God, I mean, like I know you. All these words you bring up and all these things, I know you know the phrase "put it out the pasture." You just couldn't. He couldn't do that. You shoot it in the head. God, I mean, God, dog.
Send it to the
Lord.
glue factory.
I will say this. Now, I hate that they do that, obviously. Right? I hate it. When I was a child, I was like 12, my buddy's dad decided to take us to
Out to pasture.
the horse races in Lafayette, Evangeline Downs. So we're out there watching, and so I had $12, $11 in my pocket. And so
Boy, this is a good memory.
Yeah.
yeah, well, I'll tell you why I remember it. And so it was me and two of my buddies and both their dads. And so they were like, he was like, hey, you want to, let's bet. My buddy's dad was like, hey, we'll go half and half. If you put $11 down, I'll put $11 down.
Yeah.
We'll bet on a trifecta to hit. And I was like, okay, what's that? Obviously, I didn't know. He goes, this horse has to go 1, 2, and 3, and they have to go in that order.
Parlay.
Great. We're watching it. It happens. Lands the parlay. We won like $1,300 or whatever it was.
And
You know?
Bourne was a better.
Oh my god, let's go. So we're freaking out. We're running. He's running up there to go get the ticket, the whole deal. All of a sudden, the PA guy comes on and he says, the horse that came out second got disqualified because he cut off another horse and broke the other horse's leg. They just pulled the sheet over right in the middle of the thing and did it in the middle of the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Full stadium.
I was like, what the hell? It's crazy.
Little
Did
did
you
Mikey
know what was happening or did you ask? Like, what's
I asked, I was like, why is there...
taking a
and they-
shower.
Well, he's going to heaven.
He didn't ask. He was like, God, dog, I really could have used that.
Well,
double.
I was like,
could have
damn, I was
doubled that.
rich. I'm
You know how
rich.
much lemonade I could have got?
I'm rich. I made $700.
good? Take down that horse.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Loser.
But I don't love that they do that. Like they should have like a.
Yeah.
I mean, look, who was
a
who was
retirement
who was the other horse?
Trevor Lawrence.
No, the other
What?
They didn't put him on
the
a
other
card
race,
either.
the other horse racing movie. Not Seabiscuit, but The other one.
Yeah, that's the one.
The one that got hurt. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep, that one.
No country
Secretariat.
for old men.
There we go. Yep.
Secretariat.
I was thinking.
Which one? Didn't Secretariat get hurt? And then they were about to kill him, and he said no, and the lady bought him or whatever, and then he rehabbed it and won.
That's Old Yeller.
No, you old yellow.
Air
Free
Bud.
Willy.
Yeah.
One of them did it. One of them did it.
Comeback story.
One of them
for
did
the
it,
ages.
and he won the whole thing. Won the whole thing.
Can't be stopped.
Can't be stopped.
Expensive decision.
We have any Ohtani news?
Yeah.
They use like the gun for No Country for Old Men, right? Like,
Wow. So Taysom Hill's hurt too.
yeah. Look at the injury report.
Bro, it's week 14. Everybody's hurt right
Well-
now. That line gets long right before the game.
Speaking of, you know,
Somehow they all.
you know what else? I love this because I think it's a great idea by LSU baseball. I also think that we should get credit for it. They have a player run podcast now.
I saw that.
You know who's hosting it?
Who is hosting?
Milazzo.
But I did see that.
I was
Alex
about to say,
Milazzo?
you had two guesses.
Who put Milazzo on the map on his awesome interview because it was one of the best interviews ever? And who commented on the quotes on the clips? Cody Worsham. Wow, what a great interview! This is one of the best ones I've heard.
Maybe you should do a
Now
podcast.
he's hosting his own podcast. I love that for him. Hopefully he can come on ours more.
Yeah, collab.
You know?
Yeah,
Collab.
we're gonna cross that thing. Come out.
Yeah.
Cross streams in the trough. It's all
I mean,
content.
Look, we're gonna be around the guys a lot. You know, we're gonna be at the hopefully.
I take a sip. Yeah, let's do it.
We got the tickets for that thing that they have coming up in a month.
Oh, yeah, suit jackets.
We got them. I got all 6 for us. Us 4 got one, and our wives got one. If they want to come.
Yeah, we're gonna
First pitch banquet.
gonna go suit jackets, do it up nice.
Oh yeah, we are. We're gonna be nice.
Nice.
When is that again?
In
January?
like 20 something.
Yeah.
Be game ready.
We'll be doing some stuff there.
I'm excited.
I
We'll be
can't
doing-
wait to put my hot pink suit on for that. Imagine the contrast.
You're looking good.
It's salmon.
We do have an Ohtani update. He didn't sign. It says, according to sources from the team still involved in the negotiations, he has not made a decision, and the process is ongoing with no expected imminent conclusion.
Duh.
He bamboozled. Actually, breaking news on here. I just saw it. Shohei Ohtani has decided to transfer himself back to Tokyo Giants.
That would be awesome.
Just joking. That didn't happen. Doesn't happen.
Maybe
They gave
Jay-
him.
maybe
They
Jay
gave
will
him
get him out-
$1.2 billion to
Maybe Jay will get him out the portal.
go back to
That-
Tokyo.
I
And
thought he
no
was
money.
signing with the Live Tour.
They'd probably give him. They're gonna build the whole
Baseball league.
Saudi baseball league around him. Give him $1.2 billion. Is what I heard.
Yeah, ownership,
And
of
ownership.
the team.
And
Yeah.
ownership of the team, like what Caleb Williams wants. In
And
the
right
NFL.
to move the team when he wants. Whatever you want. What do you want to do?
I guess I mean, if he played on the Live Tour, could he use like a baseball bat? And throw
Well,
it
with
up?
technology, they said that what they're really trying to do is they're going to give him this lot of $1.2 billion. But now with technology, he can throw, and they can transport him back, and he can hit off of himself at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really cool.
He could play on two teams then.
What a sight to see.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hey, I'm really not that surprised he didn't sign though, let's be honest. Like, if he's going to leave L.A., if he's going to leave the Angels, I would imagine he's trying to go to a team where he knows they are set up to win. Like, right? Everybody's trying to. No one else is signed yet in the
Like the
in
Atlanta
the offseason.
Fluffin' Braves. I'm just kidding.
He ain't going to Atlanta.
He ain't going to Atlanta. Y'all got enough over there already. Enough to, finish as a pennant champions and then
And that's it.
You know,
That's the
these
season's
champions
over.
The Phillies in the playoffs.
yeah, and then, yeah, that's about it.
But
But I'm not surprised that guys got some of these chips got to fall for him to be like, yeah, that's the one I want to join.
Well, I think all the other players are waiting for him to fall.
No, what the rest of the market is, but
Yeah.
they're gonna have to tell him like we got a beat on this. We were pretty sure we can get this done, and before he's like, all right, let's move, because
Because I know that the agents are waiting for that number to hit so they know what to base it.
how do you think his agent feels right now?
Great.
Well, we set, baby.
Yeah. You're never going to have
We
to
set
pitch
for
again,
life,
but
baby.
I thought he was a pitcher too. Ah.
Well, it don't matter. We'll get him out there.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
one he wants.
Close couple games.
Yeah.
It's a good Friday show. It started off a little hectic.
It did. Look at that frame.
Look at the frame, or lack thereof frame.
I think it looks better.
No one knows.
I don't think they can tell.
It looks good.
No one knows.
Well, you know what I love about that is the
no
lights
glare.
doesn't glare off of it anymore.
Should break some more.
It was nice. So if you're wondering, the jersey over my right shoulder, We were trying to scramble because we were a little late, and I was trying to plug something in, and the jersey fell on my head, and my head broke the glass.
Yeah, seat at the table.
Yeah. So then we had to take the rest of – and it broke it very nice and gently, though. Like, it had a couple big pieces, so we had to break the other pieces off. This all happened right. Literally at 12:59.
Yeah, Mikey was like, we should just call it. I already have the stream set up.
Can't call it.
Can't call it.
But we made it. We're here.
Oh,
we appreciate it.
We'd be remiss not to mention that Quency Wiggins is at the transfer
Oh, yep.
portal.
I meant to say it earlier.
Yes.
Quency Wiggins in the transfer portal. Good luck to him.
Big body.
Big body, very athletic, raw. So I'd imagine you go somewhere where they can develop him. Yep, tough. He showed you. He fights cars.
Fights cars. He
Yes.
wanted to play.
Yeah, he fights and gets up.
You get played in traffic.
Yep. X Games maybe.
Breaks
Yes.
backboards.
Yeah,
Does do
too.
that too.
So, best of luck to him. Obviously, you don't want to see a guy like that leave, but it was a crowded position group, and he just didn't have the time that he needed to develop, and I think he wants to play. And so, it's hard to develop somebody when they're not on the field, and he wants to go out there on the field. So, best of luck to him in his next endeavor. All right, that's all we got for today. Let's get to the Saggies. The mistake of the day is brought to you by Dozy Place, which
Still needs to be
still need to go
done.
grab lunch at Dozy Place.
Still
That was
needs
my
to
fault
be
yesterday.
done.
That was my fault yesterday.
We hit on it a little bit. The mistake of the day obviously comes from, which I feel like this is unfair to do to Sean McDermott. I don't know. I'm putting on my tinfoil hat here, which is not shocking to anyone.
Not
but
shocking.
It feels as if somebody leaked this about Sean McDermott because they want him out of Buffalo. Because think about what city he's coaching in, what this statement says, and obviously what he said was he wants his team to be modeled after terrorists and how organized of a group they are and how well they work together. And he was pitching this going to individual players on his team whenever he coached in college, and they were all kind of like, "Whoa, dude! Like, wrong place, wrong time." Like another analogy would crush it here, but he went with that one, and I could see there's part like do like an assembly line worker, like the old Detroit,
Yeah, talk about CEO
everybody
or
has a
something.
job,
Yeah.
But he went this route, and it's unfortunate that it leaked for him. I'd imagine he's going to keep his job, but here's the statement. At St. John's Fisher College, and he's doing this in New York, by the way. McDermott's morning address began innocently enough, told the entire team they had to come together, but then sources on hand say he used a strange model. The terrorist on September 11, 2001, never forget, he cited that hijackers is a group of people who were all able to get on the same page to orchestrate attacks to perfection. One by one, McDermott started to ask specific players in the room questions. What tactics do you think they used to come together? A young player tried to methodically answer. What do you think their biggest obstacle was? A veteran answered TSA. Bailed him out. Like, let's all have a good laugh.
Wow.
And so I do think this has something to do with how things are going in Buffalo, his first real bad year. And
Yeah, because
maybe-
this happened a long time ago. Now let's resurface it.
Oh, I'm sure he was I was like, I said what?
Yeah.
When? Oh,
No, he remembers that.
yeah.
No doubt. Now listen.
Just win, baby.
Wrong.
Yeah, he had to
Wrong.
think about that one before he said it. He
Yeah,
definitely
wrong
remembered it.
analogy. Understand what he was trying to get across.
That one was supposed to be just for the team, huh?
Yeah. And not wrong, technically.
I
I'm
mean,
like,
just for his brain.
the organization part of it, but like that's
There's a lot more examples of teamwork, I think.
Yeah.
You could have pointed out.
yeah.
I mean, they did. That's a lot of adversity they had.
You
I
could
don't think
also
you could use
talk.
that one
You
in
could
the
also
eliminating
talk
game.
to. You can also give the same example of
Steal Team 6.
that killed Osama bin Laden. Hey, they had 6 of these guys, or 8 of these guys, had to go and infiltrate an
camp.
entire compound
There was
that
more
was
than
very, very, very heavily fortified, and they had to go and they had to have certain roles and jobs, and they had to follow each other and believe in each other and listen to each other
Behind enemy lines.
to be able to accomplish one common goal. That probably would have been
A great win.
a better example than the guys that
There's even a book
ruined
about it. The guy,
then cause so much strife,
Right.
there's even a
considering
book-
to cause strife in the world, not just here in the world.
There's even a book you could point to, like, hey, if you want to learn more about how they came together, the guy that shot him wrote a book. You could read it instead of pointing at the group they killed. But whatever.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tough.
I think he figures that side might have been used a lot, so
Let me go the other way.
yeah, it's not good.
No,
not
no way around it. That's a
good.
bad mistake.
Not good.
All right, Kirk calls brought to you
Came
by
out of nowhere.
came out of nowhere. Well, you're right. It's struggling. You know,
I got this story.
that's what happens. Curtain Call is brought to you by our friends at Assured Partners.
And?
Me. Big insurance week for me this week. A lot of traveling, a lot of back and forth.
I'm going to lead it off because I have a Lloyd type of curtain.
Love that.
My curtain call is going to go to Amit Patel, the former Jacksonville Jaguars employee, who I would imagine lived somewhat of I would imagine he lived over that period of time, lived somewhat of a Bonnie and Clyde, super high dopamine, living on the absolute edge for however long this thing went on, but he has been accused of, I don't know if he's actually been
allegedly
accused of stealing $22 million from the Jacksonville Jaguars from their virtual credit card program, where it's over that time, a period, he apparently bought a condo.
Nice.
A new Tesla.
Nice.
A nice Nissan pickup truck.
So you had 2 cars.
2 cars. Wow. A $95,000 watch.
That one.
Country club membership and crypto and NFTs. So
crypto and NFTs. Hey,
listen,
good investment. Make money
like I
off
said,
of money.
when you're making these purchases over this amount of time, I'm sure he is walking around and literally feeling like, oh my God, I'm on a heater.
Hey, the purchasing of the crypto with the money that he stole is great because that's hard to trace that.
So I'm going to give it to him,
and stuff.
not off of the deeds that he did not do that was obviously well, but the feeling maybe that he might have had over that time.
Oh.
I'll give it to you because that is a high that I'm sure a lot of people would like to feel, and maybe not necessarily from doing something like that, but that's a different type of feeling in your life.
I mean, to wake up every morning a little nervous. Like, I
little.
gotta spend this money.
I don't like that.
Like I said, that's like, for me, that's the same thing as like, hey, let's go skydiving. Nah, dog, I'm good.
I keep telling myself that I do want to do that.
Listen, your brother-in-law is the first person that was like, he told me about his experience of it, and after that,
Mike did it.
Oh yeah,
ask
him about it. It wasn't that he didn't like it, but he did tell me the day after he did it, he was in a bar that night. Obviously, he's on a European trip. He's in a bar. The guy that was the skydiver with him was in the bar. Smashed. And was diving the next morning at 7 a.m.
Hell yeah.
8 a.m.
I think I like that more.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you have that. I'm good.
I've gone twice.
I'm good.
Is it great?
Oh,
Let me know where y'all land. I'll be down there.
Yeah.
Like, what does it feel like when you're free falling?
Oh, there's nothing like it.
I know, but
It feels like you could die.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it
don't.
is.
It's
Why,
like
yeah.
a drug you can't. You've never done the drug. I can't explain it. You know, it's just something you got to try.
Okay, Amit.
Yeah.
I keep saying I want to do it.
You would love it.
I don't know if I could do it. I hate heights.
I do
good.
too. That's why I did it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Thought I'd trick myself. But then that's not even.
They have to push you out the plane, right? Like, you don't jump. They jump. Well, they just fall out.
Well, the first time it's like that's.
You have the tandem jump, right?
Yeah, you tandem jump. And I think you can go
Until you have to have a bunch of jumps before you go.
Like he's strapped to your back? Like you
Yeah. Yeah. You don't, dude.
Is there two shoots? Like, what if one doesn't come out? Is there a safety shoot?
I don't ask any questions. I don't want to know the answer to that.
Boy,
But we were drinking beer before. Like, well, it's like if y'all feel
I'll
comfortable-
throw up.
Yeah, it's what you say. It's like, don't do it if you're gonna throw up. It's like, I don't know, but.
Oh, really?
And the second time, they're passing around milkshakes in the plane.
I'm good.
Nope, definitely not doing that.
Yo,
But that's how relaxed they are. But the feeling of jumping out the plane, it has nothing on the feeling of like riding the plane up, because it's like you have the chance to like say they don't want you to, but you could be like, no, I'm good. And that's where it's like, fuck, we're gonna do this. Like, you're trying to get in that zone. Like, we're about to,
Like, we're
if
really
we're
about
going
to
up,
jump out of
up,
the
up.
plane.
Like, we're getting higher. It's like there's only one way out of this thing, and it's
there's
through
two
the
ways
chute.
out. There's
Yeah.
2 ways out. Let me be honest with you.
Yeah, but we had somebody.
Is your heart in your nutsack?
Yeah, I mean, it's like any big time moment, you know, where you're
I
like,
think that's a little.
Coach,
bigger than a
I've been in some big
moment.
time moments in my life. Not one
I don't
time.
want to be in that moment.
Not one time have I felt like, damn,
I could die.
my heart is gone.
Or not
Pounding.
like, damn, I really don't want to do this.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
and that's the feeling that a lot of people get on the way up when you're riding in this little plane and it's blah, 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 and you see it's a shutter, like a garage shutter, and they that thing up, and you're like, oh, that's how we're getting out.
And it gets loud.
And it gets loud, and it gets fast, and
And then when they pull the chute, and then you're like floating. How is that?
it's like
Like Chow in The Hangover. Just-
yeah, it's
Hey.
like I need a cigarette.
Hey,
Oh,
You feel like you survived something.
No, sir.
Post-coital.
how long do you fall for?
Like, what do you mean? Like the
Like
free
when you
fall?
jump out the plane, how long are you falling before you pull the chute?
Oh God, it's hard to know. Like you're not.
They
like,
didn't tell you?
counting. No, but I think it's like 15 seconds.
I bet you that feels like it's an hour.
Oh, it's insane. And then while you're free falling, you're like, don't even think about being nervous, but you're nervous. You're just like and then you like take a picture.
I want to do it.
Yeah,
I want to do it.
it's awesome. Then they pull the chute and it works. And you're like, oh yeah, like all right, cool. And then they'll let you like grab the thing.
I believe I can.
Good.
I'm gonna do it. All right.
And then the second time we barrel rolled out. Like you could step back and he's like, you would do anything cool? I was like, yeah, we did like a gainer out of it. That was
Wow,
fun.
that's pretty cool.
So
All
When
right.
was this? When did you do that?
I was in college, 2014, 15.
Young, dumb, and
Yeah, almost dead.
Yep.
yep.
You got one? You got a curtain call?
I do. A curtain call. If you're wondering how the state of LSU basketball is, this was on the front.
Oh, they're
page.
playing tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah, that's another highlight.
Pack out the PMAC.
That's right. Boot up or whatever.
They stink.
It's not their fault.
No, I think
They'll get better.
I think it will get better.
I need Jalen
Right.
Cook to come back. I don't think he's going to.
But
Well, they just what basketball player?
Efton Reed just got approved.
Yep.
Got his
Second
appeal
two-time transfer.
approved.
How come we can't?
doesn't make any
Have they denied his?
No, I don't think they made a decision
Okay.
on his appeal.
All right.
So yeah, but
Taking
usually
their nice sweet time with it.
Yes, and
Not like the season's going on or anything.
usually with LSU, whenever you go to LSUsports.net, they're highlighting maybe a player.
Which we gotta make the website better.
I know it's been in the dump. It's looked the exact same since I have ever typed in LSUsports.net.
But to their defense, most of those
Sports
websites
information.
look the same thing.
It is a long overhaul to change all of that around. Got to change programs.
Yep,
Yeah,
right.
just easier to not. Just keep adding to it. Put lipstick on that pig.
Yep.
But usually you feature a player on the main website as to what your attraction to the game, a star player.
Bill Belichick, did they?
We got Red Panda coming to
Oh.
town. So this
Look at Red Panda. She still got
Panda be
it.
doing her thing, though.
yeah, well, I think she's fallen off a little bit.
No, I think she's missed a couple balls.
She has. But worth the price of admission. If you're wanting to go to the LSU basketball game, the LSU basketball team is not enough.
They're promoting
Rest
the Red
assured,
Panda.
Red Panda is on the front page of LSUsports.net for the men's basketball game at half. So
Great
come on down.
for at least a half.
I've
Still
got
have
her.
some.
I've got her over under 1.5 bowls that hits the ground.
Wow, you have her over the. So you think 2 balls are gonna hit the ground?
I think so.
She's falling off that much.
Yeah, and when one goes, she gets a little.
A little flustered.
It's a confidence game.
Father Time, Mother Nature.
Catches all.
tough.
Unless you're LeBron.
Unless you're LeBron.
Trying to give him 1-0.
Yeah.
Unless you're LeBron.
My current call is to our guy Justin Jefferson. He's back.
He back.
He's
On my
active.
fantasy team.
He is active for this Sunday. Going to put people that are right on the fantasy playoff bubble back in a position to maybe win. Shout out to the Vikings for turning their season around without him, to be honest with you. Put himself in a position to put the Vikings back in a position to make the postseason. Josh Dobbs obviously doing his thing. And now they have him and Addison has like 7 or 8 touchdowns this year. So they're going to put themselves in a position to make a run at this thing, and Justin Jefferson's back, and he's going to be a big part of that. So shout out to him for being back. Recovering from injury is not easy, especially when you see your guys winning and you're playing, you want to be part of it. So welcome back.
And he said he's trying to find the vibe with Josh Dobbs at the moment.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, that makes sense. I don't think that's a knock. But the 4 picks is, get Jefferson in there. Give me some help.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, you can't have too much.
When you add a guy like that, it does help a little for finding vibes.
When you got 2 guys who can get open on the routes, on route running, helps. Especially one of them 6'3". That helps too.
Yep.
So you got one or no?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Mine is to Malik Neighbors. The Blenikoff is announced later today, and I'm fully expecting them to screw him over and give it to Marvin
Okay.
Harrison. But
So
we
you're
know
gonna give him the real
but we know who
Blenikoff.
the real best wide receiver in the country is.
I like that.
And that's Malik Neighbors.
Nice.
Gets my Blitnikoff.
He gets mine.
Hard to
Unanimous?
not.
Unanimous.
Of course. I mean, look at the numbers.
Just look at the numbers.
Bias
all right.
lies, opinions lie, numbers don't.
That's right. Tunchi.
Because apparently, Ohio State didn't play any Grambling states, and those are.
Oh,
no,
according to
just-
FPI.
he just put up 30 yards against Rutgers.
According to FPI, though, Ohio State's number 2 behind Michigan, and then Penn State's number 3, which is a That one's
With
mind blowing.
The number 2 team in the country's quarterback hit the portal on the first day.
Yep. All right, that's all we got. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be back here live Monday in studio from 6 to 8 p.m. It'll be Moffitt Method Mondays. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about.
Got it.
We're gonna talk about whatever he wants to talk about. I think they're going hunting. We'll see if
This is fluids.
the
Jack.
young buck has overtaken the old dog.
I think I
in
saw
hunting.
that. Yeah, I may have seen a little action on the Instagram.
Oh, so maybe Clay's finally
Got on the board.
got on the board. So we'll see. We'll ask him
BBF.
about it. Yeah, we'll ask him about it. That's all we got. We appreciate you. Please like and subscribe. How many subscribers until we get to 5,000? Are we there?
No, we are still stuck at 10.
We're stuck at 10.
The dreaded curse of the 10s.
Yep, that's okay. We got some time. Let's get there before
Noon.
No, we
January
need
1.
9.
We need 9.
Oh, got one.
We got 1, 9.
I'll subscribe.
At least one of us can count over here, huh? Good.
Yeah.
That's it. If you can't watch us and you like listening to us or anywhere you get your pods, we appreciate you. We'll be back on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Peace.
We should do a 24-hour stream until we get to 5,000.
I don't know if anybody wants that at all. You got